What's up? Welcome to the Vegas Benchwarmer channel. This is the Benchwarmer podcast. My name is Eric E. Hate Me 702. Up above, we got the man, the myth, the legend. Jeremy, you're up above. Sorry.
Jeremy with a G.
And Mr. Still Your Girl.
Mo, yo, let's go.
Speaking of that, dude, Salem might actually be cool. I was just looking at that. You're like 2.5 hours away from Portland. And then like maybe 2.5 hours, 2 hours away from Eugene. 2 to 3 hours away from Eugene. So I mean you got your so you got your Mighty Ducks, not your Mighty Ducks, but your Ducks, your Oregon Ducks. You want to go catch a football game at the Oregon Duck Stadium, nice ass stadium, college game, because they ain't got no real football team. Then you got, Portland Trail Blazers. Yeah, I don't know about that. Okay. So we got a lot of things to talk about. First thing we're going to talk about is Bradley Beal getting bought out by the Suns. And really, what the fuck did the Suns do? How is it that the Suns, two teams that Kevin Durant went to, have fucked themselves over? I don't understand this. But Bradley Beal got bought out. They finalized their divorce. Him and the Suns finalized it. They couldn't trade him because they gave him a no-trade clause, which we're going to talk about another person that just got a no-trade clause. I don't understand why teams are still doing that. But what did they give him? They gave him a lot of money. Stretched out, over 5 years? Dude, I hate ESPN. And then he signed with the Clippers. Here it is. Buyout terms. He agreed to a buyout with the Phoenix Suns, giving back only $13.9 million of the roughly $110 million remaining on his contracts. The Suns will now waive and stretch their remaining salary over 5 years, resulting in $19.4 million dead cap hit each of those seasons. So basically, he's getting paid $20 million for the next 5 years. And then he signed a 2-year deal with the LA Clippers. So technically, for the next 2 years, he's getting paid $25 million a year.
How does that make any sense?
So the way the NBA does it, the way they do their buyouts, so because the NBA is all their money's guaranteed. All their money's guaranteed. So if you can't trade him, he had the no trade clause. If you can't trade them, you can waive them, but you can't really waive. Even if you waive them, you still have to pay their salary. You see what I'm saying? So like Dame Lillard got waived by the Bucks, and they decided to stretch that provision over a certain amount of years. Very similar. Dame Lillard's going to get paid. The Bucks are going to have $20 million in dead cap hit for the next 5 years. So sometimes with the buyout, you can reduce the amount of money. So like, for instance, when Melo got bought out from the Hawks, I think they just gave him like $30 million. It was like, get the fuck out of here. Because at that time, he didn't have that much in the salary. Normally, your buyouts are done when you get a trade and it's 1 or 2 years left on your contract. But the last 2 years, and since that money's guaranteed, you have to pay them. Very similar to the Bobby Bonilla contract with the Mets. So they stretched that over because they don't have his services. Otherwise, he would cost them $50 million. So they took his contract. He gave back some money, and then they stretched it over 5 years. So basically, they're going to be cutting him a check for the next 5 years. You should understand, kind of like how you guys were paying for 3 coaches at one point in time.
I mean, not as bad as this.
No, I know.
Like, I'd rather pay for 5 coaches than.
But it's very similar to, they just have the option of stretching it for a while. So that way it doesn't hurt against them. So they're paying some guy that's not playing for them.
Like, I like how you said it's like it doesn't hurt against them. Like, they're still going to have to pay the money one way or another.
Yeah, but
Like
they're gonna
the
have to pay
money
the
is
money.
still leaving their pocket.
It is. So but it's better for them this way because if they just if they don't do these terms and they're like, we don't want to play him, we can't trade him because he has a no trade clause. We really don't want to play. He's eating up $50 million. They can't do anything, and if they outright waive him, there's nothing they can do. So they reduce it for 5 years. This is not a shock, but they're basically paying somebody to play for another team. Think about this, Jeremy. For the next 5 years, this dude can sign whatever contract he wants. Any team that gets him is going to get a huge discount because they're paying him $20 million.
Like, is he not good?
No, Bradley Beal. So basketball is very similar with your players. It's a lot it's a lot based off of situations. So you can be great in a situation that like he was great for the Wizards. One of their top scorers. They were in the playoffs a couple times, but they were basically a mid-range team, right? And then he goes to another team where he's not the number one option. He's got to figure out how to adjust his game to complement Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. The Wizards gave him a huge contract, and then they gave him a no trade clause. So normally you would trade him. So they had multiple trade partners. Like during the trade deadline, they were going to trade him to Miami for Jimmy Butler. And he said no, because his no trade clause means he could veto any trade.
So he's
So in this scenario, they want to get rid of him.
In the aspect of being an athlete, he's not good.
He just doesn't fit their scheme anymore.
Unless he's the number one option, he's screwed.
No,
he can't adjust to not being the number one option.
So for instance, they just traded Kevin Durant.
Hold on. Explain to me.
No. I'm not saying. I'm saying in certain. Okay, so yes, from a player perspective, you have a lot of those, but you also have teams that trade for players and don't build around them and don't think of actually the chemistry issue. So like Devin Booker and Bradley Beal are almost identical players. So you have two people that do the same fucking thing that each make $50 fucking million a year. They also had Kevin Durant, who's a very similar player, just taller. So the fit was horrible. That's why they traded Kevin. They had 3 fucking All Stars. 2 will probably be Hall of Famers, and Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. And Bradley Beal will be he'll probably be way below. And they couldn't make the playoffs. And then they fired their coaches 3 years. So they had Monty Williams that they went to the finals with. They fired him. They bring in somebody else. They fired him. They bring in somebody else. They fired him. So they also traded away all of their picks and all of their talent. So a lot of this is we don't have the assets to build around this team. And as an organization, we basically fucked up. But basketball is a lot more chemistry related than a lot of other sports because there's only 5 players on the court at the same time. So like it's very similar to like if you went to a receiver, you have your receivers like Justin Jefferson that no matter who the fuck is throwing them the ball, they're catching the ball, right? They're catching the fucking ball. But then you have your receivers like Devontae Adams, who have gotten older and they produce with one quarterback in one spot. Then they produced a little bit in the Raiders. And then next thing you know, they're not producing anymore. They're getting cuts from teams. They're not getting the same production because the staff might not be the same. The game's not built around you. The quarterback doesn't compliment me. A lot of different things in basketball.
I got sand in my vagina.
Exactly. But it's also very emotional. So, yes. So, Bradley Beal is now an LA Clipper. So, they're going to play him, James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, and whoever else the fuck they have. Zubac, and I can't think of their power forward right now. So very good pickup. He's going to do very, very well for them. Very similar to how Russell did well for them. Very good coach, strong organization, and people that are going to hold him accountable. Granted, him and James play a very similar style, or they used to, but James Harden has transitioned to a complete point guard.
I see
So
that they're saying that Chris Paul reunion may be rumored.
with what? The Suns?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they got rid of fucking Durant and Bill.
Well, they're saying Chris Paul is rumored to make a return for farewell tour and could reunite with good friend Devin Booker.
Yeah. So Chris Paul and Devin Booker went to the finals. They had Monty Williams. They were doing good. Monty Williams pissed off DeAndre Ayton, who was their center. They had a huge issue. They ended up trading for Kevin Durant. I think they fired Monty Williams the next year, but they ended up trading for Kevin Durant, and that's when it went downhill. And then they have like no fucking picks. Also, another problem that you have in the NBA is once you start going after big threes and chasing all of these guys. I did something there. Clean my glasses. To get some of these people, if you're not signing them and you're trading them, you don't have picks. So like they traded like 3 or 4 picks to get Kevin Durant. They also traded Mikal Bridges, who is now with the New York Knicks. So they first round picks. Then they traded a couple first round picks and like 4 second round picks to get Bradley Beal. Like they literally don't have a pick until like 2029.
Jesus Christ.
Or control their pick to like 2029. First or second round pick. So now you have 3 people that are making fucking $50 million a piece. And you can't really build around your team. Like the Nets, so they traded Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges for Kevin Durant.
Maybe we should stop paying people $50 million.
It's going to keep getting higher, buddy.
Maybe we should give them a fucking lollipop and a fucking bib.
So to keep that going, Dame is returning to Portland. He's coming home. He left, found out the grass is not always greener. Apparently, there was not many options for him. There was very, very little options for him. No contenders really reached out to him. So he only had a couple options. So he ended up deciding that he was going to go back to the Blazers. And I think it was 3 years, $42 million. So his is a little smarter of a deal than Bradley Beal. And he's coming off of an injury, an ACL injury. So we don't know when he'll play this season. But he's getting roughly $13 million, $14 million a year. Yeah, 14 a year. And he's being paid $20 million a year by the Bucks. Because they waived him and stretched it out over 5 years. So he's actually making $34 million in the next 3 years. Crazy. I think it's a good thing. I don't think it matters. Bradley Beal wanted to go to a contender. Dame Lillard wanted to be comfortable. This is another thing that happens in basketball that I don't think happens in a lot of other sports. Players are very content. Like stars are very content with not winning. Like Dame has never had a chance to win in Portland. Said he was never going to leave. Multiple times people thought he was going to go to LA. He had his 2-year stint in Milwaukee on a contender, and now is going back to a contender. Carmelo Anthony is another example. He cared more about money than actually being on a championship. What are your thoughts on that, Mo?
As far as you thinking Dame is going back to Portland to a contender?
No, Dame's going back to Portland for fucking money.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I don't know where else could he have gone that would have made him a contender.
You're getting paid $20 million for the next 5 years for the Bucks.
The Bucks, I don't know if they gonna stay a contender.
No. He's getting paid by the Bucks because they waived him.
Oh, so you're saying it's the same like
So
the
he had
Beal deal where he can go somewhere else?
It's very similar to Bill. He had $100-something million left on his contract. They stretched it out over 5 years. They're paying him 5 years, $20 million for the next 5. Bradley Beal signed a $5.5 million contract to go to a contender. Dame Lillard signed a $14 million contract to return to Portland. Who
He
will
probably
not?
just wants to go. He
But
wants to go home.
he won't be a contender. We
He
know
just
that,
wants to
though.
go home and
Or does he
maybe
just?
just ride off into the sunset.
Or do you just want that money?
Well, I'm saying that's the other part of it,
I
but
mean, he could
most,
have technically signed with the Lakers for like $3 million. They don't need him. He could have technically went and signed with the Celtics for like $3 million.
that's why I'm thinking that he just probably just wanted to be back home and ride
Nah,
off into the sunset, maybe.
they want that money. I'm telling you, it's hard to turn out. It's hard to turn down $12 million like that. I'm telling him that you should take a $5 million, but that's still an $8 million pay cut of what another team's offering you. I think they try to play it as, oh, I'm coming home. I'm coming home. But I think it's really about that damn money. It's easy for us to say to give up $8 million because we ain't got $1 million. But would you give up $8 million? If you,
No, but Dame's got bars in his eyes, so
yeah, but I mean, if we had a choice of changing, you said, hey, a team was offering you $5 million, Mauricio, to come be their water boy, and another team was offering you $14 million. But your favorite team, the Dallas Cowboys, was offering you $5 million to come be their water boy. But the New York Giants are offering you $14 million. Where are you going to be their water boy at?
I mean, cost of living in New York is a lot higher though, so you can make that 5 million stretch in Texas
To me,
probably and still make it work. But
there's
14 million, obviously, you're gonna go most of the time with the higher salary
I don't need
if
14
you're
million,
taking
so
out
I'm
of the
good.
other.
Give me the 5 million. I'm good. I'm good. But that's easy for us to say though. We don't have to take care of 17 families.
I mean, and it's also everybody's gonna have different things to consider when it comes to that.
Yeah,
So
true. So that was just to me, that was just two very telling different things. We hear athletes all the time talk about winning, but when it comes to contracts, we had two very similar situations. One decided to play the return of coming home, and like again, they're a not even a French contender. They waived DeAndre Ayton, who was only owed like $30 million, so they waived him. They have Scoot Henderson. They traded Anthony Simons to Boston for Drew Holiday. They have Donovan Klingon, a couple other young players. So I mean, yeah, it's a
so him
cute
and
little story.
just him and Drew.
Yeah, it's a cute little story. I just thought it was funny to me. I was like, that's so weird. You could tell who cares more about winning. Jared Medina, home. Time to settle. Is Portland a contender? No, not a contender at all. What's up, Jared? How you been, buddy? Not a contender. Maybe depends on how they're gonna need to get some people because Dame's not gonna be there. Drew's probably gonna get traded.
Jay
So
Money in the house.
yeah, they're gonna need to get some people. But that's why they waived Aiden. All right, Dustin versus Max. What are your thoughts, buddy? Go ahead. Come on, Mo.
Should be good. I mean, they always both bring it. Max, this is the first fight after he got knocked out, right?
Tetaporia?
Yeah, or has he fought since?
I think this is the first fight since he got knocked out.
It'll be interesting to see, I guess, if that chin is gonna be a little different now. But I guess didn't they fight already?
Yeah,
Holloway
this
and
is
Poirier? And Holloway won the first one, obviously,
I'm
right?
pulling it up right
So,
now.
yeah, I mean, it should be good. It could go either way. I'm gonna probably maybe say Poirier takes it, since I think this is supposed to be his last fight.
It is, and that's what he said. And
So,
he has Little Wayne walking him out.
okay, so even more added motivation. I'm gonna say he wins it by, decision. Um, split decision.
Yeah, this is his last. This is Max Holloway's first fight since his knockout. In October 26th of 2024. And then when they fought last time, damn, he been fighting for a while. Yeah, he lost by submission in the first round. Max did to Dustin.
Max lost?
Yeah,
I
Dustin
thought Max
submitted.
was.
Dustin
Oh,
submitted
oh.
the first
And
round.
then he went on a run right after
Then
that.
he won 3. Then he lost 2 because he lost to Dennis and then Connor. Then he went on his run. So he was undefeated fighting Poirier, lost to Poirier, beat Pat Schilling, Justin Lawrence. Garcia lost to Bermudez, lost to McGregor. And then he went on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 fight win streak. Then he lost to Dustin again in 2019. So he fought Dustin Poirier in 2012 and 2019.
Hmm.
Then he beat Frankie. Then he lost to Alexander twice. Then he beat 2. Then he lost to 1. Then he beat 3. Then he lost to Poirier.
For some reason, I thought
Per
he had lost less times.
he's 26-8 per
Yeah,
UFC.
I just saw. Yeah, I just saw. But for some reason, I thought he had not lost as many fights as that.
That's
Maybe
because
I'm.
he's so good, and he's been good for so long.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna say Poirier.
Say Poirier, yeah, yeah. Oh no, I'm saying Holloway. Holloway, all the way, all the way.
What did Jared just say?
My favorite day ever seeing this.
King Money in the house.
Uh, Jeremy, who you going?
Yeah,
Holloway.
you already know where I'm going.
I know you're going Holloway.
Always go Holloway.
I don't like this BMF belt though. I'm gonna be honest with you. I hate this belt.
Well, the first time it was cool, but now it's just
Was was it really? Because they stopped
The
the fight
last,
because of too much blood.
the last fight was
The
the,
last fight was amazing.
the last fight for the BMF title was the best one.
Yeah, that's Justin versus Max, right?
Yeah,
But that fight would have been amazing without the fucking title.
yeah, but the title was involved, so it's
Yeah,
the best
true.
one for the BMF title.
True. That's a good point. This should be a good fight. I think this should be a very good fight. I just think that Max is gonna piece him up. Max gotta get his win back. It's hard to beat somebody 3 times. I think Max is gonna piece him up. Pacquiao versus on the other fight, the only other thing we got on the fight card, I was looking at it. It's okay fight card. Kevin Holland versus Daniel Rodriguez. I don't know who the fuck that is. Michael Johnson. I'm just naming the black people now.
but you show Pitbull's coming over from Bellator. He's pretty good.
What's his name?
Pitbull,
Yeah, he's fighting Dan Inge.
Dan Ige.
Okay, Dan Ige. And then we got Paul Costa fighting Roman.
I haven't seen Paulo Costa fighting forever, but he'll probably win that one. Or maybe not. I haven't heard about the other dude.
Roman Kopylov.
I think only his mama know him.
He said only his mama though. Ilya is a real BMF technically.
True. Ilya is pretty badass right
I
now.
mean, don't get me wrong. Ilya might be one of the baddest motherfuckers walking the planet. And he did knock out Max Holloway. So I get your point. I mean, he's
He's knocking everybody out right now.
it's so weird because he's like, we've seen stretches where they've gone through and done runs. But the way he's doing it and who he's doing it to is just so uniquely
It's pretty
amazing.
impressive.
Exactly. It's like, okay, we've
Well,
seen
because
these
he
runs.
called his shot too. He called his shot. He's like, I'm gonna sleep you in the first round.
But you knock and meet people out that don't get knocked out.
Mm.
Like, and it's not even fun though. It's not, it's
And folding them.
and just they instantly going to sleep. And
Yeah.
you don't look like you should have that power.
No.
So it's so to
He's like what, like
see
5'7" or something?
not
5'6"?
even that, just the way his body's built.
Yeah.
Like there's certain people that you can see
He's
in the smaller,
unassuming.
in the smaller weight classes that you're like, okay, I can see why you have that power. You're built like a
Like
fucking
like
tank.
like Connor or
But
something.
no, well, he was like Connor. So Connor's lengthy. You can see the lengthiness, or like if like Chad Mendez had fucking power in his hand because he's built like a
Yeah.
fucking little
Or
tree.
little Michael Chandler and shit.
Yeah, exactly. You could see why but you look at him and you're just like, you look like you could be a fucking accountant without tattoos. It's just unassumingly, amazingly strong. All right, so we got Pacquiao versus Barrios. Manny coming back at what, 46 years old?
46 or 48, something like that.
Coming back to fight. I don't know how he's doing this. I'm 43. And I don't even think, like, there's multiple times I'm like, yeah, I got to go down to the gym, boxing, get in the sparring. And then I'm like, what am I doing? I'm 43. That shit don't
You
even
also
seem.
haven't been boxing your entire life either.
I don't give a fuck. I just think it's absolutely amazing how these guys at like 40 something years old, how great their shape their bodies in, because I can't imagine going through a grueling training camp like he's been going through at his age.
I mean, you also don't have Freddie Roach either.
That is true. That is very true.
Did you see Freddie Roach on stage yesterday? That motherfucker looked like he about to fucking kill over and just fucking.
Yeah, it is. That one hurts me, like, because I've progressively seen him get worse,
Yeah.
and a lot of it
Oh,
is
his Parkinson's.
yeah, but it's his age now.
He
Just like if you looked at like Michael J.
bad.
Fox, the older they get, the worse that disease becomes to them.
Yeah.
And it's just ridiculous. But we got that fight going on. I've been watching some of Manny's training. You can't say that I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, but it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. He's lost a step, but he's
4 years. Been 4 years. So
He hasn't fought in 4 years. He's obviously lost a step, but
hold
it'll be
on.
interesting to see how much of a step he's lost.
I don't care how much of a step he's lost because he's still faster than 90% of the boxers.
I was gonna say, does that still leave
Yeah.
him above where?
Like, don't get me wrong, but there's that little losing a step, like when you saw it against Ugandis. Remember, we talked about this a couple years ago on the podcast where I said Errol Spence was going to beat the shit out of his ass, and the Pacquiao community came for me. But you saw it against when he fought Ugandis. You saw that half a step slower made him not as, because it was volume punching. So just that, and his body's not as twitchy. So I'm gonna say it again. I don't think this is gonna be fun. I don't. I think it's gonna either be a very boring fight, or we're gonna see a legend get destroyed.
I've never seen Barrios fight. Is he good? He's a champ, right? So he's obviously good.
I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be a bad fight. Granted, Pacquiao hasn't fought in 4 years. I don't think this is gonna be like the fucking Mike Tyson bullshit fight that you saw, because Pacquiao takes his stuff serious, and I don't think Pacquiao didn't take this fight just for the money.
Yeah. Okay.
Because you got to understand, Pacquiao was a politician in the Philippines, so he was making enough money to not have to take a fight just to take a payday.
Yep.
So, Pacquiao is coming in to win the fight. He's not coming in to take bullshit punches and to.
But that's what bothers me, is the hunger there.
Oh, the hunger for Pacquiao.
I don't. You know, it's very easy
What
to lose your hunger sleeping on silk pajamas.
But he's been like that his whole time. But
100%. But if you look for a while, Manny hasn't performed well. We're forgetting this.
Barrios is minus 275 right now.
Manny has not performed well. Like he's had a couple wins here and there, but I would say, let me just, before I open my mouth completely, let me just check his record. Okay, so he lost to Ugandans. We saw that. Yes, he beat Keith Thurman. Adrian Broner is a shell of himself.
If you do
Lucas,
transitive math, Keith Thurman beat Barrios.
that is true. He lost to Jeff Horn. So since he's not no UFC. That's why I didn't want to open my mouth, because since Floyd Mayweather, which was 2015, he's in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fights. 7 fights. He's not as active as he once was, and we all know he got paid with Mayweather.
well, everybody knows he's not as active as he once
Yeah.
was. He hasn't fought in 4 years, but he's still active in the fact that he still trains in the Philippines.
Oh, I know that.
He looked pretty ripped.
Listen, I'm telling y'all. I think this. Listen. I'm telling y'all.
It's not going to be the way you think it is.
It's not going to be a Mike Tyson fight versus Jake Paul. No, I think I don't. I think if it's a competitive fight, it's because Pacquiao kept it close. He stayed in his range and stuff like that. I just don't think it's going to be competitive. I'm going to say very similar to what I said when he fought Spence. Even though he beat Keith Thurman, I remember that. That's 6 years ago. I remember watching that fight, and when he fought Spence, when he was going to fight Spence, I said, Spence is going to hurt him. He is going to hurt him badly. And then Ugandans came in and beat the shit out of him. And Ugandans took it on short notice fight. It wasn't even a close fight. It wasn't like, oh, it's unanimous, it's a split decision draw. No, short fight, nobody heard of this dude, and beat the shit out of Pacquiao. Telling you, this dude Mario, it's not. We've seen this with.
You haven't even seen Barrios fight.
But listen,
you're sitting here talking like you've fucking been to Barrios' fights and you've been in his corner and you've been.
I don't have to. We've seen this with legends. Okay, nobody wants to remember Legends' last fights. We don't. Fucking Muhammad Ali got his ass beat by Trevor Berbick. That was his last fight. Mike Tyson got knocked out by Danny Williams. We're not talking about, oh, all of these guys have a great, great fight. No, a lot of times when you're boxing, that shit just sneaks up on you. And I'm telling y'all, this ain't gonna be fun. He's gonna bounce around for about 4 to 5 rounds. And when we get to that 6th, 7th,
them deep waters,
8th round, look how quickly Triple G went downhill. Like Canelo Alvarez, then downhill. Only held on to fight that last Canelo Alvarez fight. Jared, what up? Lights are down. Jared, why y'all still in Vegas? Because Vegas is lovely. Vegas is amazing. I love Vegas. All right. So, yeah, I'm telling y'all, I think this is gonna be a bad fight. I think it's a bad matchup. Manny can pull off the impossible. You know, he could. I'll never put anything past Manny. But we've seen Manny go to sleep when he was in his prime. We've seen him get caught. He fights everybody. I think right now this is not this. I'm not saying Manny's gonna get knocked out, but I think by like 8, 9, 10, we're gonna be like, yeah, he should probably retire. Manny can't even beat Devin Haney. Well, Devin Haney runs, so that's not fair. Devin Haney runs. Devin Haney's scared to get knocked out. That's why his Brian Norman Jr. fight's in jeopardy right now. But he would not be Devin Haney right now. I agree with you on that. I'm not saying. I think Manny gets taken out.
Jared says Pac-Man just wants to compete. He
Who?
says no.
Yeah.
Jared says Pac-Man just wants to compete
He has no reason to fight. Pure pride. No, I
or
agree
that
with that.
money. He wants
I
that
don't even
check.
think it's money. It's not money motivated. It's when you get to a certain age, you still have that fire. You still have that hungry. I mean, fuck, Rocky Balboa, the movie, said it perfectly. You still have that fire and hunger. But we know there times come where you just can't do shit. And for him to keep doing as much as he's been doing and being amazing and being a senator and still being in the ring, I mean, yeah, I'm not. The last time we saw him, he was getting beat up. Don't think anything's gonna change. uh but then, and not even
I
that. So
love you too, buddy.
let's talk about the rest of the fight, right? So the rest of the card. So we also, how old is Barrios? I think he's 30, 29 to 32. I have
He's
him up right
30.
now. Hold on.
He's 30.
30. Okay, 29 to 32. So also on this card, we also got the rematch from Tatsu versus Sebastian Fundora. And if y'all don't, if boxing fans, this was a disgusting, lovely madness of blood. This first fight was so bad. Let me see if I can pull up the
I didn't see it, but I heard about it. It was like just a bloodbath, right?
yeah, oh, it was horrible. It was they ended up having to stop the fight,
Was it an
but
eye gout or an eye cut
dude, both of them were
or just all
fucking
face?
both of them were just bleeding. Like there's no way to say it. Like Fedora or Tatsu got their nose broken in the very like second round. And from then it was just over. So yeah, here's one picture. Oh, didn't mean to click on that. Go back. Like somebody got their nose broke in the very early rounds, and it was just a war. Like his whole face is covered in blood. It was one, and they were standing there like every time they got hit, he got hit. I squinted, like when you're watching movies and you get squeamish or you squint. Every single time one of them got hit, I was just like, oh my god, like I felt for them, like my nose hurt because I was like, how are you still coming forward? It was
Like
ridiculous.
somebody's about to drop, but they don't drop.
Yeah, and you're just looking at, and there were times where they got hit, and you're watching them, and you're like, and the punch didn't hurt like badly, right? But you could tell that it hurt the area they were hitting. Like if it was normal, they'd just shaking it off, but and they automatically do that. And you're like, God, how are you going through what you're going through, and still, yeah. So that's the second fight. So we got that fight for the junior middleweight title. Then we got Isaac Pitbull Cruz against Omar Saladito for the junior welterweight title. So a couple other fights. The Gary Allen Russell fight will probably be good. The David Picasso fight might be good. But these three fights, oh, that's going to be lovely. And it's on Amazon Prime, in case you guys didn't know. It is on Amazon Prime tonight. Not Amazon View, on Amazon Prime Video pay-per-view. So if you got Amazon Prime, go ahead and get on that shit. But that is going to be a lovely fight. A very, very good fight.
Court said what 6, 7?
Yeah, it starts at 7. Yep. 7 our
Shit,
time.
I'll probably only be able to watch the first couple. I go in at 10.
Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah, because they're gonna have that late main event. They're gonna have that late, which they need to stop with that shit. Y'all need to make that shit earlier.
I know, right?
I'd be so tired of that shit.
East Coast probably hates that shit.
I know they hate that shit. I can tell you when I was on the East Coast, when I went to Dover, Delaware, and I was sitting up trying to watch the game. I remember telling. I got back to the game. It was 9 p.m. I'm like, oh, there's no more games on. Wait, there's another fucking game. Oh my god. Yeah, I can't imagine that shit. Like Sunday Night Football comes on at 9 p.m. there.
I hate when you wake. Well, I've only been there once, and on a Sunday, NFL Sunday, and wake up at 10 and be like, "Oh wait, the game's don't start yet."
Oh yeah, that always trips me out when we go out of town. Yeah, when we go out of town on the weekends, that always trips me out. All right, so we got some WW. Well, you know what? We'll go to the Saturday night main event first because that was on Saturday. The Evolution was on Sunday. Did you happen to catch any of it, Jeremy? What did you watch of it? I know you watched some of it.
I watched some of it. I told you that Goldberg match was going to be stupid as fuck, and nobody wanted to see it. And
And it was stupid.
It was horrible.
it's fucking trash.
He didn't win.
And now he's on his fucking little whiny little bitch tour, complaining about how he wished it was on a fucking PLE and not a Saturday night's main event, and it came together in 3 weeks, and they cut me off 20 seconds into my speech, and blah blah blah, and
What's PLE?
he won't be back at WWE.
Premium live event, so a pay-per-view.
Oh, like a pay-per-view.
Yeah. So the worst part about it is they did it because it was in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, okay, for where he's from or whatever.
That's his adopted hometown.
Mm-hmm.
Like Goldberg's such a bitch. I can't stand Goldberg, dude.
But what do they owe him?
Nothing. So the problem he's had multiple times is when he came over from WCW, the first run they gave with him, they treated him like shit. It was funny. He lost because they did that to all of the WWC characters. Then he came back. He didn't
The
like
WCW. Like
yeah, when they took over WCW, they did that to everybody. That's why Sting didn't sign with them for so long. So then him and Brock Lesnar got booed out of the arena because they both knew they were leaving at a WrestleMania event. He retired, came back a couple years ago to run this thing with Brock, loved it, and then he came back again. So there's become this thing with all wrestlers like we should get a retirement tour like Kobe Bryant and all the basketball players do. So he won it one last match. It happened to be in Atlanta. They set it up, fucking at the Royal Rumble?
I think it was something like that.
Like, they literally started this, 6 months ago, and then gave a 3-week rush to it.
And then, I only did 3 interviews, and blah, blah. Fucking shut up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You lived in a fucking ring.
After the Brock Lesnar one, he had the match in Saudi with The Undertaker where he dropped him on his fucking head and almost killed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has not been good in a while. So, yeah, everybody knew that match was going to suck.
It was stupid.
Yes, that's going to be a great fight. Oh, that is tonight as well, isn't it? Shit, I forgot all about that fight. Why did I think that was next month?
I didn't think that was. It seemed like it was a little further away.
No, that's tonight.
Hella
I
fight.
thought it was next month. Yeah. My bad. Yeah, I forgot all about that fight. For some odd reason, I thought we only had this fight next month, and then September would be the Crawford fight.
So yes, everybody's scrapping.
I think Usyk's going to win that fight easily going away. I do remember the controversy with the first fight with the Daniel Dubois. But I think he's going to win that one easily going away. Usyk's on another level.
Yeah, and you should feel ashamed of losing to somebody with the last name Dubois. I don't know why, but it just sounds like you shouldn't lose to somebody with that last name.
Outside of that, the only match that was any good was then we had the LA Knight versus Seth Rollins. What about Seth Rollins' injury?
I'm telling you, I'm predicting it right now. Okay. That injury is not real.
I don't think so.
I'm telling you right now, the injury is not real. They're selling that motherfucker like it's real. And I'm telling you, watch when I tell you CM Punk is going to win that title at SummerSlam, and he's going to cash in the briefcase and beat CM Punk for the
because he said as long as he's there,
or he's going to cash in and he's going to turn it into a triple threat, and he's going to win that briefcase or win that title at SummerSlam.
That does not surprise me at all. Because when I watched it and I saw it, I was like, okay, that was way too quick.
It's believable because it's on the same knee that he injured the last time.
But the reaction and how it went looked like it was basically planned.
Yeah, but
I've seen
right now that injury's fake.
I've watched enough wrestling to see the most recent one I can think of in my mind was Neville versus Chris Jericho, when Neville broke his ankle and Chris Jericho pushed the ref, and there was a minute and a half or whatever where it was like chaotic and they didn't understand what was going to happen. But this one, it was like, it literally looked like it was planned. Like it was a planned diversion. So I like what you're saying there.
I like how you said Seth is officially out for 9 to 10 months
What's the injury?
when official WWE channels have said 4 to 6 months. So who's right? I think it's all part of the storyline.
So right now, wrestle.
Don't come back after SummerSlam.
So
And
as
say
of right now,
and say, Jeremy, you were right.
according to the report from Fightful Select, as of today, the situation with Rollins' knee injury is being kept very quiet internally. While producers, talent, and other staff are being told the injury is legitimate, there is reportedly internal skepticism about the severity, with some believing it's being worked. One producer even described the situation as Machiavellian, suggested deliberate and complex plan is in motion.
I'm telling
Yeah.
you. I'm telling
All
you.
I'm saying is for a company and that's
Tell
job
me,
is to
Eric,
swerve
tell me
you.
the last time I was wrong.
On this, I can't say shit. I really can't. I can't. I know there's probably one, but like you were right on with Naomi. You've been right for like the last 6 months. You've been right on everything.
I'm telling you, I think this injury is a work.
So as of right now, just going back, there are a ton of conflicting information hitting the rumor mill this week when it comes to Seth's knee injury. Nothing is confirmed. I have not heard anything about being confirmed or officially out.
Because
And all
I'll
I
tell
typed
you
in was
this. Here's why I think it's a work. Because if this injury was as serious as they say it is, and you're officially on the shelf for 9 to 10 months, there's no way you're doing a media tour right now if you're officially on the shelf for 9 to 10 months and it's that serious, that the injury is that serious. You should be seeing doctors and having the surgery and whatever, because if it's the same injury that you had the last time, like they're saying it is, you weren't doing all this media tour and shit the last time.
So as of right now, basically the same thing. There is no solid detail on how long he could be out. Everybody agrees he has some sort of injury, but nobody understands the severity of it. Wrestler Observer reported that Rollins is legitimately dealing with some kind of injury, but not one that would keep him out for any action for any extended period of time.
No, and Alex, I think you get both situations. I'm telling you, watch Seth cash in his Money in the Bank contract at SummerSlam, and I think you get a double turn at SummerSlam. I think Cena goes back to being a babyface, and Cody turns heel.
Ho!
Because
You heard it.
if you
You heard
watched
it here.
if you watched SmackDown last night, Cody showed up. So if you watched the scene where Solo got arrested,
Okay.
Cody had on the same glasses that The Rock had on. Those same little tinted glasses or whatever.
Got you.
And then if you look at the watch that Cody was wearing in the ring, it's the same watch that The Rock has. And then if you combine that with the social media post that he put, I think
We
you're
just
getting I think you're getting John Cena turning back into a babyface.
we just
Cody turning
elite.
heel.
Oh my fucking god. This dude. Well, can we pause for a second? Can we rewind some? He said the glasses, the watch, the social media post. He broke it down on a detective size level of why this is gonna happen. This ain't just some conspiracy I threw off that we sticking off the wall. This dude said there are 4 things that happens, and look, he comes in with conspiracy theories. What lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, so outside of that, I'm keeping my eyes peeled for that. I'm definitely keeping my eyes peeled for that. I think we'll see the final boss help Cody at SummerSlam. So if we help see the final boss, which is a Rock help Cody at SummerSlam, therefore Cody's now going to be turn heel. Because the Rock can't turn bad guy. So can't turn good guy me. So he's now going to turn heel. Double turn with John Cena, which if executed properly can be amazing. We've seen it happen multiple times. But if it's executed improperly, then it fucks the whole storyline. So that's gonna be lovely. I like that.
Because I think if it's executed properly, you're gonna get Cena going back to a babyface. You're gonna get Cody going to be a heel, and then you get back into the storyline of Rock versus Roman.
Yep.
And then you're gonna get The Rock helping Roman get the title back from Cody.
Got you.
So then you're gonna get The Rock turning on Cody.
So it comes full circle all the way down at WrestleMania. Okay, I'm with it. I've learned to trust you on most of this shit when it comes to. There's been too many things that you've picked right that I'm just like, how the fuck did he know that? So I'm just like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm just gonna trust you. So let's get into Evolution. Thoughts on Evolution?
I loved Evolution. Evolution was great.
You liked it a lot? Very, very happy with it?
I was happy with Evolution.
Okay. Favorite match?
Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley.
Might have been the best one.
That match was fucking amazing.
That might have been
even though you had the cash in, that fucking match was amazing.
Up until the cash in, that might have been one of the greatest matches of all time.
That was fucking
like that's on. If we're looking, that's on the Trish and Lita fucking matches. That was so good. And then the cash in just put it over the top. Yeah, because of where Rhea was at and everybody knowing Io couldn't defeat her. She hadn't been defeated. So fucking amazing. One of the greatest matches of all time, in my opinion, for women.
Yeah, that was great. I loved it.
Even the Becky, Lyra, and the Bayley match wasn't bad.
Yeah, that was like, I was glad to see that they actually did Evolution and it was received the way it was received.
Yeah. That match wasn't bad. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't give a fuck about the Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus match. I did not give two.
That was probably the dumbest match on the card.
And Tiffany Stratton to me is just, I do not like her.
A bimbo clown.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Thank you. I
can't stand Tiffany Stratton.
I am not a fan of hers at all.
And I don't like her boyfriend.
So yeah, what's Mauricio's take on WWE? He doesn't watch WWE anymore.
I don't have time to watch a lot of stuff, but I guess what was I gonna say? It seems like they're evolving. That evolution's happening.
Yeah, no,
it won't be televised. It will be televised. So is this a PLE or is this just like a nightly show or like a weekly show?
No, this is the second Evolution. It's been 7 years. Yeah. It's been 7 years since the last one.
Yeah, it's a PLE.
Okay.
Yep, but they do it every so often.
It's only the second time they've done it. It's an all-female pay-per-view.
Yep.
Well, not pay-per-view, but PLE.
Yep. Same shit.
But, I mean, they're calling the fans want the Evolution all-female card every year, but I think that takes away the
mystique and
the specialness of it.
Yeah, because then we get bullshit ass matches.
Yeah, I think you don't get the build up and the hype of and the support that you get. I don't think you should wait 7 years to do the fucking next one.
No, maybe one every other year.
Like
one every 3 years.
Every single year, I don't think. I think you may lose interest. But no, I loved Evolution and the
I thought it was
supporting
good.
guy and everything.
I was wrong about Naomi. Okay,
Naomi is my dog.
I watched Naomi's
you.
promo on Raw like 4 times in a row. I'm not even joking. Like when I sent that text message to you going, you were right about Naomi, I'm sorry, or whatever I said, that was the 4th time that I had watched her interaction with Io Sky and Rhea. Like I just kept watching it because she came out and they were like, you deserve it. She's like, no. I was like, oh shit. Io Sky came out and said, she goes, I want my reject. Damn, he goes, I don't know what you just said, but you 2 bitches can get to the back of the line. I was dying.
Yeah.
Dying of laughter.
Naomi's my girl, man. And I'm telling you, she's gonna retire next year.
Oh, of course she is.
That's why they're giving her this last run. I think after WrestleMania, she's gonna retire. So,
you think after WrestleMania?
Yeah. Because she's married to Jimmy Uso.
Of course, yeah. No, she was badass. The fact that she came out, that whole segment, I was, and I love Mommy. I love Rhea. But boy, she outshined Rhea. That moment where she said, "Get your asses to the back of the line," and Rhea started mumbling, I'm like, "Oh, this ain't gonna be good for you, Rhea. This ain't gonna be good for you, Rhea." Because Naomi ain't like Bianca.
Look, I love Rhea. I love Rhea too, but fuck, we gotta take a break of her being in every single fucking women's world championship fucking storyline. Like, holy fuck, take a break.
No.
Literally every time, it doesn't matter who wins the fucking title, she comes out and wants to be in the fucking story.
Yeah, because she's Mommy.
Like, you obviously can't win again. You obviously can't beat them.
Yeah, so
calm down. So take a break. Go back to the gym.
I'm gonna have so much fun with this Naomi. Naomi's gonna be so much fun. That she's.
Nah, you was talking shit.
I was.
Don't change up now.
No, I can change up.
No, listen to the promo.
No, I did.
No, don't change up now.
No. I'm changing up.
Don't make me.
I'm changing up.
Don't make me.
You're right. I ain't feel the glow, Naomi. I didn't feel the glow, Naomi, when you came out. But you came out with this attitude. Oh, I feel you. I feel you. We good. She said. She told Io. I don't know what the fuck you just said. I was dying. Because it's such a simple jab, but the way she said it was so fucking hilarious. And I don't know why other people haven't said shit like that to Io. So yeah, I was loving that whole entire thing. So yeah, I thought it was fun. I thought both of the spectacles were fun. I'm sorry, I thought Evolution was way better than Saturday Night Main Event. They could have done without Saturday Night Main Event, in my opinion.
Yeah.
There was no reason to even have that show.
They only did it. Well, I don't know why they did it, but
they only did it to get people ready for the 2 nights for SummerSlam. That's the only reason why they did it. Because next up is the 2-night SummerSlam.
That's in August, right?
Yep.
Yeah. It's on the August 2nd.
And again, okay, now.
So there's 4 2-night events a year now, or how many are 4 2-night?
There's only 2.
Just WrestleMania and SummerSlam?
So there's only WrestleMania. And then, but they would throw in different pay-per-views. So they would go like, oh, we're doing
they'll rotate it.
Next takeover right after we do. So there's multiple times you have 2 nights of, but it's not like a 2-night SummerSlam or a 2-night WrestleMania.
Gotcha.
Or 2-night Royal Rumble, which they're going to start doing on everything. Thank you, COVID. Like next is going to be 2-night Royal Rumble, where they have the women's Royal Rumble on one night and the men's Royal Rumble on another. Then you'll have 2-night Survivor Series. So yeah. I don't. Okay. So again, I'm tired. What the fuck? Why do we have a three? Why do we have Io, Naomi, and Rhea Ripley in a triple threat match for the championship at SummerSlam?
Do you want me to say it?
Yeah.
Because Rhea's got to be in every fucking storyline that involves the fucking championship. Because she can't accept the fact that she can't fucking win the title.
Could it be that she is one of the best women performers? No? Okay. Okay.
Like,
Okay. Nope. I'm with you.
look, I'm putting her with Jey Uso. She's a good performer. She has the same move sets. She sucks on the mic.
I think she has moments where she's good. I don't think she sucks. I think sucks is a strong word. She could be a lot better. But I think she's like average.
So then why doesn't she get the same hate that Jey Uso gets?
That's a good question. I have to come back to that. I'll put a pin in it. I can't think of that one. Can't answer that right now. I'll put a pin in it. Pin. We'll come back to that. I watched the movie Bolt recently, so
What movie?
huh?
What movie?
Bolt.
Bolt, the dog.
Yeah. Remember? Yeah. When every time she talks, and he's like, in the her agent's like, he's like, we'll put a pin in that.
I don't remember too much about the movie besides the dog.
Oh well, I watched it multiple times with my kids. It was not a bad movie. Yeah. It was one of the movies I could actually tolerate to watch on a regular basis. All right. So, what else do we want to talk about? Anything else we want to talk about? Or are we just going? I mean, we could talk about a little bit about baseball. I didn't really watch the All Star game.
Me neither.
Why the fuck is
They
it
had the.
Tuesday?
Was it what?
Why
It's always
was it
been
on
on it. It's
Tuesday?
always on a Monday.
But the whole thing, though, I thought the whole weekend was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. The like celebrity softball game is
Yeah.
Sunday, and then the home run derby is Monday, and then the game's Tuesday.
Why?
I think they've always done it like that. I don't know.
No, I thought it was on the weekend
It's always
before.
been multiple days.
But hasn't it been on a weekend?
No.
Mm-mm. It's always been Monday, Tuesday.
You mean to tell me that baseball puts their All Star break in the middle of the fucking week?
Yeah.
I mean, what does it matter? They're still taking days off for games.
Yeah, but you put it on more people are.
Or what? The schools are out.
Nope, you're right. You're right. People are on summer vacation. You're right. Nope, you're right. It's just so unusual to me because every other sport has it on a weekend.
Yeah, but every other sport is usually when school's in.
No, I didn't think of it that way. You're right. I didn't think
Every other sport doesn't make their coaches wear the uniform.
What'd you say? Wait,
I said every other sport doesn't make the fucking coaches wear the uniform that the players wear either.
Okay, that's true. That is true. That's fucking true.
Baseball be doing its own shit. I mean, it's the only sport without fucking time, right?
They be doing the most. Well, they got a pitch clock now.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, they got a pitch clock now. They got a, yeah. It's not a times game. Yeah, they can just keep going.
Like I'm not looking forward to next month with the school coming back in, and I live right across from a fucking school.
Oh yeah, that's right. You do.
Like, can they just be out for forever? So I don't have to deal with the fucking school zones?
100%. I would love that. Wait, does he live in Maryland? Okay, so I got nothing else to talk about. What about you guys?
I think that's it. I don't think I got much else either.
I don't think I got anything.
All right. So, Jeremy, whenever you're ready, take us out.
Put me in, coach.
You know, it would have been nice about it.